All right, boys and girls, happy game day. Chris from the Uncle Pucker New Jersey Devil podcast here with you. We're going to do a quick little preview of tonight's huge game against the New York Rangers at Madison Square Garden. Puck drop is at 7 o'clock. Yeah, we got to have a good game to get that bad taste out of our mouths from Saturday night against the Washington Capitals. I'm pretty sure that we're going to be doing a show directly after the game um, tonight, and we'll discuss it. Unless, of course, it's like an 8-0 New York Ranger blowout, which it's not going to be. But um, we will do it. We're going to talk more a lot about the Washington game as well, which I just thought was a mistake-filled crap show that really we haven't seen much from the Devils this year. They were lucky to even be in that game. And some of those penalties and undisciplined play, Dawson Mercer comes to mind. Like, dude, you're better than this. Especially defensively. I can live without his offensive production, which I would like to see tick up a little bit. But the mistakes and the 4-minute double minor, it was just a killer. It was an absolute killer. Cost them the game against a team that you're battling for first place in the Metro. I mean, they have to get better on every level. But that was Saturday night. I really hope they can shake it off. They had a couple of tough games after the holiday with the back to backs with the Red Wings and with Washington. So now you get a day of rest and get your mind right to go to an extremely hostile environment. As much as we would love to think that Devil fans are going to make themselves known at Madison Square Garden, the world's most overrated arena, chances are it's going to be all Ranger fans. It's just how the world works. There was a crazy stat. I was watching the Ranger Hab game on Saturday a little bit, and that was the Rangers' first back to back of the season. Where, like, tail end of November, the Devils have played, I believe, 104 already, and the Rangers get their first one 2 months into the season, which I thought was, yeah, I don't know, a little sus. Anyway, couple of things that the Devils have got to make sure tonight. Like, don't depend on anything else. Don't lean on anything other than the guy next to you and your team. Because, like I said, hostile environment, the referees are always going to be leaning towards the Rangers. And you saw it in the Habs game, right? So the Rangers are, I believe, one out of their last six. So they've lost five in a row, and then they beat the Montreal Canadiens on Saturday in the Garden. And it took all power plays to do it against a team that the Rangers are clearly a better team than Montreal. Montreal's still trying to find their way, and the Rangers are, quote unquote, Stanley Cup contenders. It took a 5-on-3 power play. It took again all the other power plays too. But that was Saturday. Let's discuss this right now. This is a big game, and it's a big game for a lot of reasons. It's a big game because the Devils need to get right, which is something that they did a lot, that they're very good at. Coming off a loss, fixing those issues, and coming back and playing a really solid game the game after. So I do expect that this tonight. But the other reason why this is a big game is because the Rangers are reeling right now. They are playing really bad hockey. And I think that if you give them any kind of life, if they come out and have a big win against the Devils today, that could set them in the upward trajectory. We don't want to do that, right? We want to take this little baby kitten and we want to drown it in the bathtub because that's what, the Rangers are. So that's it. Put your foot on your throat and do not let up. The Devils are a better team. They're a better team everywhere except for goaltending. We're going to get into that. But first, let's see where the Rangers are. They're right now fourth in the Metro. They have a 13-9-1 record. They're sitting at 27 points. They have a winning percentage of .587. They have a goal differential of 10. Their power play is 23.3%. That's good for 10th. and their penalty kill is 87.7%. That's good for second. So they're very good on penalty kill. Top 10 in both in special teams. They average a little under 30 shots per game, 29.83. That's good for 10th in the NHL. And their team save percentage is a glowing 0.914, which is good for third in the NHL. Now, the Devils, they have 34 points. They're second in the Metro. They have the eighth best winning percentage in the league at .630. They have a goal differential of 19. Their power play is 33.7%. That is good for first in the NHL. Their power play is legit, and it's scary. So if the Rangers get into any kind of penalty trouble, they're going to pay for it. Their penalty kill is also pretty darn good at 81%. That's good for ninth. Average shots a game tick over 30, 30.37. That's good for sixth in the league. And their team save percentage has taken a hit the last couple of games at 897, and that is good for 11th in the league. There are a few things that worry me about this game, and there are a few things that I'm extremely confident about going into this game. Markstrom, who's going to be getting the start tonight, his career versus the Rangers, he's 9-4-2 against the Rangers all time with a .916 save percentage, a 2.43 goals against average, and 1 shutout. Igor Shesterkin against the Devils is 10-5-1. So he's .500. He's got a .919 save percentage, a 2.71 goals against average, and 2 shutouts. Now, on the other hand, our savior, Mr. Jack Hughes, 20 games against the Rangers, 11 goals, 9 assists, 20 points, 20 games. He's a point a game guy against the Rags, which is fantastic. It's nice having, that Ranger killer just sitting in our locker room. Like knowing that we're going to have to go through these guys 4 times a year and probably sometime in the playoffs, and we do have somebody that just does seem to have their number. Jack loves playing in Madison Square Garden. He loves playing against Igor Shesterkin. Igor Shesterkin, on the other hand, hates playing against Jack Hughes. So expect Jack to have a big game. Expect that line to have a big game, which we'll discuss a little bit about that. Early. Sorry. Let's go back to last year. All right, this shit show that was Devils Rangers last year. On November 18th, the Rangers beat us 5-3. On February 22nd, 5-1, they beat us. On March 11th, they beat us 3-1. And on April 3rd, they beat us 4-3. 4 games, 4 losses. And in those losses, you had Matt Rempe take out Jonas Siegenthaler and Nate Bastian for considerable time for extremely dirty hits. And on that April 3rd game, we all remember the line brawl to start the game at puck drop, which was really fun to watch. But we could not hang with the Rangers. They were physical against us, and they knew it. And right from puck drop, they would take us out of our game. We had nobody that can combat them. That was last year. This is this year. Our new guys are who are first, the guys that are getting their first taste of this rivalry, they're going to have to step up and play really, really good tonight. And I'm looking at Kovacevic. I'm looking at Brendan Dillon. I'm looking at Cotter and Stefan Nason. These guys are going to have to play physical. Need be, they got to drop the gloves. They have to hit. And I'm sure that Curtis McDermott will be in this lineup. I'm not sure if Rempe was called up from the AHL. I had said earlier, and I'll say it again, if Peter Laviolette calls up Matt Rempe for this game, just to play in this game, then it's obvious what he's trying to do, and that's hurt the Devils. I don't want to hear about this physical element. When the guy is on the ice against the Devils, he takes him out. He's a dirty player, and he's going to play dirty. So in my opinion, when it comes to hits, when it comes to anything, the Ranger players, they're all on the radar. There should be nobody off limits. All right? If you go after Panarin, Zibanejad, whoever it is, you go after them. Plain and simple. You do to them what they did to us last year, and we are capable of doing it. So that is a huge thing. What I am concerned about in this game, well, there's really one thing. I'm concerned that Igor Shesterkin can steal the game. The guy's a fantastic goalie. And he's probably it was definitely my biggest concern. I think that the Devils, if they can get to him, they get a couple past him, they're going to be all right. Igor Shesterkin, though, could steal this game. What I'm most confident about in this game is that the Devils are going to be able to wear down the Rangers defense. Watching the Rangers, I see that their defense, and when they're playing their offensive zone, in their defensive zone rather, is lazy. And the Devils do a really good job at cycling that puck and getting that offensive zone pressure. And I think that by the late in the second, third period, the Devils are going to be able to completely dominate time of possession. They're going to be able to dominate puck play in the Rangers zone. And I think that's going to lead to a ton of scoring chances. The Rangers are a quick strike team. They have been for the last couple of years. So Markstrom's got to be on. All right. We cannot have first shot, first goal things anymore. The Devils' starts this last handful of games has been abysmal. It has been last year just coming back and haunting again. We have not fixed that problem yet. You need to fix it tonight. This is another 4-point game. And like I said, the Rangers are reeling right now. They feel a little bit good that they beat the Canadiens on Saturday, but they're still extremely fragile. All right. You cannot treat this game other than a game 7 in the playoffs. That's how hard they have to play. Excuse me. Because, like I said, they are so fragile that the Devils have the opportunity to just put their foot on their boot on their neck and choke them out. And that's what I really hope that they do. So that's another thing. I'm confident that the Devils are going to be able to, over the course of the game, wear down the Rangers and take over in the second and third periods. They've got it from puck drop, though. From puck drop, they have got to attack this game. Like I said, no more slow starts. Markstrom's got to play good. There are some guys on the Devils that are playing extremely suspect right now, and I really hope that they end up playing. They've got to do better. And Palat on this line with Jack and Bratt, I'm just, anytime he gets the puck, he's not doing anything with it. Andre Palat has been a shell of himself since he's been on this team, coming over from Tampa. I don't know what we're doing with Andre Palat right now, but he's not working on that line. He's not working, so I don't know what we do. And with that, I just hope he plays a much better game tonight. And Dawson Mercer's got to get his head out of his ass, and it's time to really start playing hockey. I mean, this is why he started on a line with Nico. He's played with Jack, and now he's down on the third line. Like, is this really what we have with Mercer? Is he not really that 30-plus goal scorer that we all thought he was? I'm not ready to give up on him, but I just need to see his play go the other way, especially offensively. The new guys, like I said, they've got to welcome to the party. This is Ranger Devils. This is a rivalry, probably, I think, one of the best rivalries in hockey. So they're going to have to get involved and be involved, stay involved in this game. And like I said, the Devils are going to be able to maintain puck possession in the Ranger zone, wear that defensive core down, which they're not playing good, and just don't give them any life. So I expect a really fast start. 60 minutes of hard hockey. The Rangers are on life support right now. If they can score quick, if the Devils can score quick, can get a lead in this game, can take the crowd out of it, I think the Rangers are going to roll over like a puppy and show their belly. That's what I believe will happen. That's about it. Let me know what you guys think. I'm really hoping that this turns out to be a big bounce back win for New Jersey. I did not like the way they played at all against Washington, other than a handful of players. Jack Hughes and his line should have a big night tonight. Don't let them get too chippy, and as soon as they do, go after them. I expect the gloves to be dropped tonight. I expect McDermott to get into it. Maybe Dylan will get into something. Should be a really fun game, though. Should be a hot crowd, and I'm really, really looking forward to it. Um, they beat us 4 times last year, all right? They swept us. That was embarrassing. This is redemption time. Devils are the better team. Go out and show it tonight. Enjoy the game. We're going to be back probably after the game to do a show. I'm not sure if it'll be a live show or not. If it is, then hop on in and let us know what you guys think. Thank you so much for listening. Also, one last thing. If you are all interested in receiving one of these super cool Uncle Pucker New Jersey Devils stickers, go to unclepuckers.com, fill out the contact me info. We'll get them out to you free of charge. Let's go Devils.